out here in Angus class, and really a nice female. I love this one from the profile with her leg extension. She's got one front, one third, and the way she relaxes that shoulder back into her spine. I like the way this one's put together through her front one third a lot. Even though it's a single entry class, really a nice high quality female that we'd like to see some more competition stacked up against. Well, let's give her a round of applause as she heads back to the barn. Thank you.
Very good, thank you. Hey, just a quick announcement here. We've got a couple of 4 vehicles that need to be moved by our friendly local police here. We have a gray Honda that belongs to Doug Proud. We have a black Jetta that belongs to Deborah Apostle. We have a silver Dodge that belongs to Scott Johnson. And we have a red Ford Focus that belongs to Glenn Bowles. Those vehicles need to be moved or relocated or something. Something's not right about where they are. Thank you. Okay, for our next class, Class 2 here, the senior calf. That's calf born between September 1 and December 31, 2022. We have 3 exhibitors. Isabella Bear with her homegrown Angus. Isabella Bear with another homegrown Angus. And Austin Geller with his homegrown Angus.
Thank you for that.
Really an intriguing second class out here. We got three animals that really differ in contrast in their type and kinds. How about the young lady we're going to use to win the class? When this heifer walks into the ring, her shoulder back, her skeletal quality really excels in the top of the class. You watch how smooth and free this one is in the spine and how she reaches out off the front end of her skeleton and really just comfortably places those front two down. You watch her going from behind. She's a stout, square-made female that's got a robust center rib in her, and she tracks the most comfortable off those rear two wheels. Can we correct her through a front one-third, maybe make her a notch more attractive? I think we could, and that's where the advantage comes to the heifer in second. You study this one, she's a notch longer, more extended about her head and neck. She dives a little bit smoother and higher at shoulder. It's more relaxed about the angulation of that blade. From there back though, she gets a notch tighter her spine and probably doesn't have as much comfortable striding from behind. Gets a notch more upright in that rear hop, but that's being awfully critical and a nice one that comes in second. From there, it gets a little bit tighter between second and third. The young man's heifer that comes in third, like that one center body, how capacious she is. She's got a lot of center cavity in her. For me, she gets a notch finer bone, and when you watch her on the stride, she wants to get more roached up in that loin and isn't as comfortable off those rear two. But let's give them a round of applause as they head back to the barn. Thank you.
Okay, Class 2, placing first, Isabella Bear. Placing second, Isabella Bear. Placing third, Austin Geller. Next up, we have our Class 3 senior yearling. Those born between September 1 and December 31, 2021. Our single exhibitor is Austin Geller. Austin Geller has his homegrown Angus.
Young man brings in a nice single entry here, and really a female, when you study her from the ground up, you'll love the extra foot size and rugged, the skeleton she sits down on. From the profile, she's one of those heifers that's a notch more attractive about that head and neck, the way she ties to her shoulder. Get on top of her, and I think that's where she becomes really impressive. This one's got a tremendous amount of spread, dimension up high, and a really capacious center cavity, and one that, like I said earlier, you'd love to stack some more competition out here with her to compete against. Well, let's give this young man a round of applause and head back to the barn.
Placing first in Class 3, Austin Geller. Now we will get our group up, line up for our champion Angus heifer. Should have Elizabeth Bear, Isabella Bear, and Austin Geller. touch these animals, don't forget that if you want to sign up for the showmanship, the sign-up sheet is up here on the announcer's table.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we get out here for the champion selection in your Angus division, I think there's 3 high-quality individuals from each one of their classes out here representing the breed. And as we talked from earlier, there's quality differences in each one of them, and each one of them brings some unique parts and pieces out here to the ring. But for the champion selection tonight, there's one out here that puts the most positives together. And when you start at the foundation and build this one from the ground up, this one's got the most athletic feet and legs underneath it. When you talk about one that is just so structurally correct and yet has a bold, capacious rib in her center body, I think she wins this breed quite handily. Young lady in the white direct ahead of me having champion Angus tonight. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, your champion, Angus Heifer, Isabella Bear. Next up here, we'll have our reserve champion, Angus Heifer.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we get out here for the reserve selection, I think it gets awfully close between 2 of these females out here. One will be talking classes, ultra attractive, and lays a really thin and smooth neck into that shoulder and blends it extremely well. And I like the way that one's shoulders assembled and how she reaches out in front of it. Maybe needs a little bit tighter wound in her spine, and at times you'd like to see some more flexibility out of that hip and leg. And at the same time, there's one out here that's just ultra broody in terms of her center cavity and body. I love the added dimension and just how just capacious she is to that center cavity. But that being said, though, I think there's one out here that just fits my type of kind from the profile much better. I like cattle that are a little more attractive to that front 1/3. Young ladies right here in front of you can have your reserve champion. Thank you.
And this afternoon's reserve champion Angus heifer is Isabella Bear. Next up, we have Class 4, the summer yearling born between May 1 and August 31, 2022. Our single exhibitor, Emily Clem.
Really an attractive silhouetted heifer out here in the Hereford class, and one from the profile. You can appreciate this one's lines and angles, a great amount. This one just balances extremely well from the profile, and I like that about her. And when you get right in on top of her, she's got that extra dimension in her forehead and heart, and she just blends that back into a really deep, capacious center cavity. Really a quality female out here. You know, we talked about it twice before, but some of these single entry classes, there's quality of livestock running deep here. We'd love to see some more competition with them. Well, let's give them a round of applause as they head back to the barn. Thank you.
And placing first in Class 4, the summer yearling, Emily Clem. Next up, we have Class 5, our single entry, Bradley Cole, Extended Solutions.
Young man brings out a real powerful solution heifer in this class, a one that you really have to appreciate that extra foot and feature she has. And we get behind her, this one's awfully thick from hook to pins and just carries that natural mass through her and handles it with more than enough comfort, flexibility on the profile. So really a nice, powerful heifer out here. Let's give this young man a round of applause as he head back to the barn. Thank you.
Placing first in Class 5, Bradley Kolb. Next up, we got the Class 6, again with Bradley Kolb as the single exhibitor with his mane on Jude.
Well, really quite the unique creature that sits out here in front of me right now. And you know, you sit around ringside every once in a while, you need to tune in and really pay attention to one that walks in the ring. This one right here for the profile, that one's built together pretty unique. You study how extended and attractive she is to that front 1/3, and she ties that neck high and square to her shoulder. But what's unique for as big body and as capacious as this female is, she's so neatly laid about her chest. She tucks that brisket in there quite nicely, and that's impressive for how big bodied and just overall broody this female is. When you get behind her, she doesn't lack any power by any means. That's a stout-made female that's got a tremendous amount of width from hooks to pins and meets it at the ground with some stoutness that feature her foot. I like the way this one moves. Let's give this young man a round of applause as they back to the barn. Thank you.
And so for your Class 6, the junior yearling, Bradley Cole places first. Now we're moving into the beef commercial and market heifers. Our Class 8 market heifer exhibitors, Marissa Gabbard with her crossbreed, Andrew Shooter, and Ellie Shooter, also with crossbreed. Marissa Gabbard weighs in at 1,000 pounds. Andrew Shooter, 905, and Ellie Shooter, 920 pounds.
Nice Spice commercial heifers. The young ladies in the lead off does so with probably the more powerful female in the class. Let's study this one, especially get on top of her. That one's got the most spread dimension about a rib and center cavity. Study her in the ground. She's a stout feature, stout-footed heifer that comes together the best on the move in terms of her presence, in terms of her lines and angles. Really a nice place to lead off the class. On the challenger maybe becomes second and third. Two females that trade off some differences in quality and time and time. The reason young man that comes in second has the heifer that is much more collected and even about her head and neck. She transitions that smoother into her shoulder. And when you get right on top of these camels, she's a notch more genuine in terms of her stoutness and power and matches at the base of her skeleton. The young lady comes in third. Really just a nice fundamental heifer that you like her feet and legs when she gets out across the ring. She's got that comfort and flexibility. For me, she gets a notch cleaner about her front 1/3. Like to clean her up in terms of her neck and chest and give her a shot more power when she leaves you. But really a nice female there at third. Let's give these young kids a round of applause to head back to the barn. Thank you.
Okay, placing first in Class 8, Marissa Gabbard. Placing second, Andrew Shooter. And placing third, Ellie Shooter. Okay, to the ring we have for the grand champion heifer. We have got Isabella Baird, Emily Clem, Bradley Cole, and Marissa Gabbard.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, not only do we have a great set of livestock out here in front of me right now, but we've had the opportunity to work with some outstanding young men and women that put a tremendous amount of work into these beef cattle projects out here. You know, seeing the ones that are out here in front of me, seeing the ones we sent back to the barn, they wouldn't be here without the amount of hard work these young men and women have put in, and it's really showed off for the ones that are out here. With that being said, I think there's a really excellent set of heifers in front of me. Each one of them, they're ultra functional in their skeleton. Each one of them from the ground up, you can critique them. They're bright in terms of their feet and legs. The lines, bangs are really nice, and that gives us the opportunity to add those extra bells and whistles to them to really make them excel out here in the show ring. With that being said, here tonight, I think there's one of them that just has that much more to her in terms of those ESTs of being all stars, the biggest body heifer. It's ultra attractive from the profile, and it just makes this decision extremely easy for me to make. With that being said, I'll shut the mic off and pick us a Grand Champion heifer. Thank you.
For your grand champion heifer tonight, Bradley Cole. Congratulations.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, for your reserve champion selection, it gets awfully close between a few head of cattle out here, but there's one in my mind. We talked to them earlier. From the shoulder back, this one's built impeccably in terms of her feet and legs, their ability to cross the arena with so much comfort and flexibility. Just leads me to just gravitate to this one. I think this one's future is awfully bright. With that being said, the young lady on the far right with the Angus heifer, we'll have your reserve champion, reserve grand champion tonight. Thank you.
This year's reserve grand champion heifer, Isabella Bear. Congratulations. Our champion homegrown heifer is also Isabella Bear. Hey, folks, we're going to take now a 15-minute break before we get started with the Beef Steer Show, so make sure you're back here in 15 minutes. Meanwhile, we've got a few announcements. First of all, please help us feed the hungry in Dearborn County. Please bring cans of food to the front gate and stock the trailer full of food. Every 10 items, you will receive a free state fair ticket until they are gone. Join us as we reach our goal of 5,000 pounds. Help our local food pantry and stock the trailer. Hey folks, at our rodeo coming up here on Saturday evening at 7 o'clock here at the Dearborn County Fair, we will also have a hot dog in the open class, and anyone over 18 can compete with a signed waiver. We'll take the first 10 people. And we will sign up for that after the rodeo. Folks, our Dunkin' for 4-H contest is the evening, but you still got the opportunity to make a donation. You can donate money for the 4-H program and help keep your favorite contestant dry. Donation boxes are located in Agner Hall. I'd like to take this opportunity also to thank our 4-H Livestock Show sponsors. That brings Wright Veterinary Clinic, Cornerstone Realty and Lutz Auctions, Janet's Diner, Kemper Construction Company, and Lux Real Estate. Also sponsoring this livestock show this evening, the Dearborn Title Insurance Incorporated, U.S. Bank, Anna King Auto Body, Ohio Valley Spring Training, SEI Communications, and Bruceland Meat Processing. Thank you to our sponsors. Folks, I'd like to give a shout out to a few other of our sponsors. These will be the sponsors for the awards that the winners this evening receive. So the Grand Champion Effort, hey, that's a trophy provided by Farm Credit Services up in Mid-America. Our Grand Champion Effort, that's a banner, and that's sponsored by St. Leon BP and Blimby. Our Reserve Grand Champion Effort receives a trophy, and that is sponsored by Ross and Annie Cutter family. The Reserve Grand Champion Heifer is a banner also, Farm Credit Services of Mid-America. Our Champion Homegrown Heifer, that is sponsored by the McClure family, that is a vinyl sign, and the McClure family, Tanya, Kate, and Danny. Our Champion Angus Heifer receives a cup, and that is sponsored by Bear Springs Cattle and Clydesdale. Our Champion Commercial Heifer, that is a cup also sponsored by Farm Credit Services of Mid-America. Our Champion Heifer tonight, that is a cup, again, sponsored by Farm Credit Services of Mid-America. Our Champion Maine and June Heifer is sponsored as a cup, sponsored by Powell Equipment Services. Our Champion City Solution Heifer, also a cup, also sponsored by Powell Equipment Services. Thanks again to all of those sponsors. Just a reminder to the exhibitors, if you want to sign up for the showmanship, that sign-up sheet is up here at the announcer's table.
I think, look, oh, I already did, yeah. I told you we already signed it too.
exhibitors 5 minutes. 5-minute warning.
Yesterday was perfect. It was nice, sunny.
Okay, folks, here we go. Welcome to the Beach School Show this evening, our Class 9. We have 4 exhibitors: Danica Neff with a crossbred, Adam Miller with a crossbred, Emily Clem with a homegrown crossbred, and Aislinn Retzky with a crossbred. Danny. Danica Neff's animal weighs in at 960 pounds. Adam Miller at 985 pounds. Emily Clem, 1,015 pounds. And Aislinn Redsky weighs in at 1,045 pounds. That is 1,045 pounds.
Doing good, Ace.
Do you know where you sign up for I joined
Well, ladies and gentlemen, really a nice deep class of Marcus students to start off with. And the young lady that's going to go ahead and lead off the class does so from a composition standpoint. I'm talking about one that's got some added shape and dimension over the top side of his belly loin. And when he handles it, he's the most correct at his weight range in terms of composition, in terms of balancing that intermuscular fat. Student, maybe we'd like to change on his feet and legs, and especially that high leg, and maybe a little bit stronger in that posture and hop, but really just a nice fat skill to lead off the class. The young lady comes in second, one that's probably a bit longer in profile, longer spine, gets a little bit tighter in terms of his gut. But when you get right on top of him, that's a big back steer that's ultra burly in terms of his rib and loin. Get behind him, he's a stout hip fella. For me, he's much more immature in terms of his condition. I like to give you just a natural finish over that rib, but really a nice steer that comes there in second. Between third and fourth, he gets a nice little challenge in between two cattle, a little bit flatter sided in terms of just the overall mass dimension. For the young man that comes in third, when you get him and handle him, he's got a more descriptive edge to his loin. He's got more mass up high. And now, yes, that Hereford steer from the profile appears to be a bigger bodied steer that's got a notch more dimension to him down low. For me, he's just a plainer, flatter sided steer that needs to stop up before they move any higher in the class. Let's give them a round of applause and go back to the ball. Thank you.
Placing first in the Class 9, Danica Neff. Placing second, Aislinn Retzke. Placing third, Adam Miller. And placing fourth, Emily Clem. Next up, we have Class 10 coming in here. We have Marissa Gabbard with her crossbred weighing in at 1,120 pounds. Kylie Neff with a crossbred weighing in at 1,135 pounds. Paisley Sefton coming in next at a crossbred at 1,145 pounds. And lastly, we have Emily Glenn with her crossbred, homegrown, weighing in at 1,190 pounds.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, really a nice spicy Marcus Hughes. The young lady that leads off does so quite handily. I studied this here from the profile. He's got that attractive look, the way he's built from the profile in terms of his eyes and angles. That's an ultra scout featured animal. But when you get on him and just handling for the raw mass and power he has, and he's got the most composition of correct handle in terms of his finish. Really just a nice place to start off the class, that young lady steer. In second, I think he gets a little bit closer between her and the young lady comes in third. The red one here in second, you get in and handle it. That's a big back creature that's square and has a lot of shape to his rib and loin up high. For me, he's not playing in terms of his condition. I like to have that steer maybe be pushing a few more pounds of coverage on that rib before to move him in the higher class. But really a nice red steer there in second. From here in third, the young lady with the Hereford, a one that you get in and handle that one. And that one's got some top shape and turn to his rib and loin. And you like the way this one balances the profile. For me, he gets plainer through that rear quarter and stifle. I like to stack him up from behind if they're moving up in the higher class. And the young lady comes here in fourth. One that we love how she presents her animal. She gets out here and sticks and they're obviously working a lot of work in together. One that you like, the extra conviction and extra pounds. Unfortunately, just doesn't have that extra stoutness and muscle to go with that coverage. But really nice young ladies project come here in fourth. Let's give them a round of applause and head back to the barn. Thank you.
Okay, in your class 10 this evening, placing first, Marissa Gabbard, placing second, Kylie Neff, placing third, Emily Clem, and placing fourth, Paisley Sefton. Next up, we have our class 11 here. We have Joey Hurt with his crossbred, finished weight of 1,200 pounds. Bradley Cole with his homegrown, finished weight 1,230. And Bradley Cole with his crossbred, homegrown, finished weight 1,285 pounds. That's 1, 2.
ladies and gentlemen, really a challenging class out here with three cattle that are different in terms of the maturity curves and what condition and coverage they got on them. But that being said, it makes it ultra challenging. You really have to take into mind and balance your priorities as a judge and talk them as accurate as possible. And the steer that leads off the class for me is the balance of all things positive. You talk about one that from the profile is built like a show steer in terms of his lines and angles. He's the most skeletal correct steer that's relaxed about his shoulder. He's square in terms of his chest and his front 2 feet. You get on top of him, he's the strongest in terms of his top line. He sets down with the most correct set for his rear leg. You get in handling. That's a steer that's got some muscle, he's got some coverage, and you just put it all together. That's the most problem-free steer that balances in terms of composition and still has a fundamental structure. From there, there's two steers that differ quite a bit in terms of, frame and maturity and height. For me, the one that comes in second is the young man right here in front of me. One that you like the moderation and extra just overall mass this one has. You get it in handling. That one's composition's awfully correct for that one size and weight. For me, he's a notch too moderate for my type of kind. I'd like to give that one a shot more frame and growth if we're going to push up into some higher weights. Being that 1220 area mark, that's not really a true finished weight. We like to see cattle pushing that 1300 mark, but for me, that's an awfully good one in terms of his composition and balance from that standpoint. A young man comes to the third, one that really strikes you as just a beefy steer. That's a stout neck and pretty back in that one. He's got a productive center riveting. For me, when you compare him to the two ahead of him, that one's the steepest and the most incorrect in terms of his hop and reads the most puffed up in his flank. Well, let's give them a round of applause to head back to the barn. Thank you.
In Class 12, placing first. In Class 11, my apologies. Class 11, Joey Hurth. Placing second, Bradley Colton. Placing third, Bradley Cole. Here we go with Class 12. In Class 12, we have Bradley Cole. Weighing in at 1,322 pounds. Marissa Gabbard. Weighing in at 1,330 pounds. And Joey Hurst. Weighing in at 1,355 pounds. Bradley Cole steer is home run.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, really nice heavyweight class. Comes together quite easily in my mind. A young man that leads off the class does so with a really stout, powerful shows here in the class. He get in and handle him. That one's a big back rascal. It's really correct in terms of his condition over his river going. He can be out on the move. He's the most comfortable on both of his skeleton. Just a really nice steer to lead off the class. From there, it gets a notch more challenging, but I think the young man comes in second, does so by default. You get in on top of him. That's a big back steer that is more correct in terms of his condition compared to his contemporary in third. I like the added muscle, keep that white, that honed up one's got. Another way comes in third. One that we talk about, yield grade, probably is not concerning. Love the added mass, love the added pounds that one has. But for me, that one's too heavy condition. The industry's a little bit too high in terms of the yield grade standpoint. Like that one in terms of just that presence when it gets out of the move, but really got to stout that one up and maybe reel it back just a notch in terms of that one's finish. Thank you.
In class 12, placing first, Bradley Cole, placing second, Joey Hurt, and placing third, Marissa Gabbard. Next up, we have class 13. Sorry, we're running low on juice there, so we're back in business here. We've got Damian Dunn with a Holstein with a finished weight of 1,125 pounds, and Adelaide Dunn with another Holstein weighing in 1,245 pounds.
Really nice pair of dairy shoes to come out here, and I opted not to move them. I was able to read the skeleton structures that came in. But the young lady that leads off the class has the heavier muscles too, that leads with more finish over his rhythm going, get behind him, scouted through that lower quarter cycle, and reads with more condition through that concept. The young man comes out here and second, it's kind of a nice steer. I like this one skeletal forward, how square made this one is. Compared to the one that wins the class, you can see just a notch more stoutness and muscle over that one's rhythm going, and just power that one up from behind where it moved up. Well, let's commend this man, young man and woman, on that excellent therapy project. Thank you.
Placing first in class 13 this evening, Adelaide Dunn. Placing second, Damian Dunn. Take just a minute here, and we'll have up next our reigning champion steer. Anybody else wanting to participate in this show, leadership events? Our sign-up sheet is up here on the announcer's table. Okay, for a few of the grand champion steers here from Class 9, we have Danica Neck. From Class 10, Marissa Gabbard. In Class 11, Jody Hurt. Class 12, Bradley Kolb. And Class 13, Adelaide Dunn.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, what an excellent lineup we got out here for the Grand Champion Steer Driving from the lightweight division class all the way over to the dairy steer. There's a tremendous amount of quality out here. That being said, it comes down to two steers out here. One's a notch more attractive, and one you get on top of him is a notch more burly. But I think there's one of them out here. We talk about reaching our endpoint goal and having a steer that's compositionally correct in terms of that cover and finish over his ribbon point, and yet still being a muscular animal that comes in a sound functional package. I think there's one just that much closer to 12 o'clock and lays out that mark, which is better in terms of his finish. That being said, I'll put this bike down. We'll select this a grand champion steer. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2023 Grand Champion steer, Bradley Cole.
We drop out that Rome steer out into the lineup out here. I think it's awfully close again between two headed cattle. I think there's one though out here that's just ultra attractive from the profile. I love this one's feet and legs and how stout featured he is compared back to our reigning champion. I just wish this one had just a notch more finishing cover on him. I think he's just a little bit before 12 o'clock. That being said, the young man directly ahead of me is that your reserve reigning champion steer out here tonight. Thank you.
2023 Reserve Grand Champion steer, Joey Hurth. And ladies and gentlemen, your champion homegrown steer for 2023, Bradley Cole. Placing for rate of gain this year. Placing first is Marissa Gabbard, 3.60 pounds a day, and that's a 120-day period. Placing second, Bradley Cole at 3.37 pounds a day. And lastly, Bradley Cole for 3.36 pounds a day. Congratulations to our rate of gain placers. The football to get the showmanship program together here for tonight. Let me review with you a few of our other sponsors for our awards for these different ones. It's Grand Champion Steer, Farm Credit Services of Mid-America with a trophy. For our Grand Champion Steer, a banner, Gary and Laura Geller. For the Grand Champion Steer, Angeline and Michael Wozner with a final banner. For the Reserve Grand Champion Steer, trophy, St. Leon BP and Blimpie. The Reserve Grand Champion Steer in memory of Phil Weaver, and that's a banner. We have a vinyl banner for the Reserve Grand Champion Steer, Farm Credit Services of Mid-America, and the Champion Homegrown Steer, a vinyl banner from Farm Credit Services of Mid-America. Our champion weight of fame is a bucket, Farm Credit Services of Mid-America. Our champion rated fame, Larry Smith, Logan Hills Cattle Company, that's a banner. And our beef steer class winner plaques in memory of Phil Weaver, Ross and Annie Cutter family, Fair Springs Cattle and Clydesdale, Angeline and Michael Wozner. Thank you, sponsors. I have a couple of other announcements referring to Supreme Large and Small Animal Showmanship. This announcement, winners of the Intermediate and Senior Showmanship classes need to sign up in the 4-H office for Supreme Showmanship that they reserve. You confirm participation, and that will be Friday at 10 a.m. for large animals. With a Grover Bud Livestock Showmanship workshop, here is the announcement. Winners of Intermediate and Senior Showmanship classes need to sign up in the 4-H office the day of your show if you can lead your species showmanship, and that event will be Friday at 9 a.m. Okay, here we go with our senior showmanship. We have Emily Clem, we have Isabella Bear, Jody Hurt, Adam Miller, Andrew Shooter, Bradley Cole, Kylie Neff, and Melissa Gabbard.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, what an impressive lineup of young men and women out here in the showmanship division. You know, having the opportunity to have showmanship at the end of the day, I think is really important because it gives these kids an opportunity to highlight not only their skills out here in showmanship, but you know, watch them throughout the day and how to handle the battle. And for me, showmanship is extremely important in the aspect that you can calm, cool, and collected with your animal. We can do an evening like this where the weather is really cool, we got a nice breeze through here. The cattle can be a little cantankerous, and each one of these kids has handled their animals extremely well. And any challenges we've had, we've done so while keeping a level head and keeping a smart attitude, working with the livestock in a correct manner. But that being said, though, as we get into showmanship, for me it's really important to watch these kids come out here with their animal and set them up quickly. When you get out into the ring, there's nothing more challenging to the judge to wait on an individual to get their animal set up. So when you're able to walk that animal into that position, get them set, figure out where I'm at, and pay attention to not only your animal but me, that's really important. I think there's two individuals out here that from the start of the day till now, they've done an excellent job. They get out here, they get to business. That calf's set up immediately, they're focused, they got that attention on not only me, but they're able to watch that calf, and if they need to adjust them or move them around, they're right on top of it. So that being said, I'm going to set the mic down and give you a champion showman in this division. Thank you. For reserve, it got awfully close, and for me, it just comes down to personal preference. At times, I think this person just maybe wanted to be a little bit slower getting into position, but that's being ultra critical, just personal preference. I'll set the bike down, pick the reserve grand champion. Show me.
Ladies and gentlemen, your senior showmanship winner for 2023, Bradley Cole. The reserve senior showmanship, Joey Hurd. Next up, we have our intermediate showmanship. Our three exhibitors are Rosalie Bear, Danica Neff, Asen Retzky.
Oh well.
Marlon tried to call you. We couldn't get a hold. I yelled at my kids there, like, that's who we thought.
Maybe not quite the numbers we've had in the senior division, but the quality of these three young ladies out here is quite outstanding. Each one of them comes into the ring with that well-balanced, focused look in their eyes, and yet they're calm, cool, and collected with their animals. And even when their attitude of their animals can be a little cantankerous, they handle it with a smile on their face. That being said, it comes down to two individuals out here that come out into the ring with just a notch more intensity, get their animals set up just that much faster. And one of them, I think, out here, as we talk about just walking into that position, does an excellent job. Like the way this one of their animal has just worked together so well throughout the day. But that being said, I'll put the mic down and give us a champion intermediate showman. Thank you. reserve, it gets a little bit closer in my mind with two other ladies out here. And, it gets challenging out here in showmanship because it's just one person's opinion here today. But that being said, there's one of them out here that just keeps working hard at it. They're excellent in terms of understanding how their enemy needs to be set. Maybe sometimes their enemy gets a little bit cantankerous with them and makes it a little bit more challenging, but they've got the grit, they keep working at it. With that being said, the young lady directly in front of me here on the floor, I'm sure will have the reserve champion in the division. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, your intermediate showmanship champion, Rosalie Bear. Our reserve champion this evening, Danica Neff. Congratulations. Up next now, we have the junior showmanship. 2 entries there, Austin Gellert and Elizabeth Bear.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, really a high quality pair of showmen out here in the ring. Both of them doing an outstanding job. They come out here in the ring. They're calm, cool, collected in terms of their demeanor. They handle their livestock with a great deal of respect. And they get out here and get set up quickly. For me, there's one out here though that just has a much more ring presence. Is more aware of where I'm at and where the animal's at in the ring. It just has that extra look of intensity in their eye. With that being said, I'll put the microphone down and thank you, champion showman. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, your junior showmanship champions for 2023. Placing first, Elizabeth Bear placing second, Austin Geller. The champion, Elizabeth Bear. Reserve champion, Austin Geller. Last up, we have our rookie showmanship here. This is first year. We have Paisley Sefton and we have Adelaide Dunn.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're around ringside or if you're out the bar, I insist you come up here and watch this, because we got one young lady in here that's got absolute grit showing us her through steer. You know, to have a young lady this young and small out here and grab hold of that halter, that's ultra brave. You know what? She does an excellent job showing her steer. You talk about the fundamentals of walking in the ring, being aware of where I'm at, and walking that thing up and line up and getting stuck just immediately. You know, she just does an excellent job. She's presenting that cap. She's ultra brave. Grab hold of her halter and just takes off with it. So let's give her a round of applause, gently, not to spook the animal, but awesome job for that young lady. I wish we had more competition out here. I think she can stand the heat going into the older divisions. Awesome job.
Our rookie showmanship winner for 2023, Paisley Sefton. Congratulations. Hey, how about a round of applause for our judge this evening, Darren Lowe. We'd like to take a minute and just recognize a few other sponsors. The Rookie Beef Showman sponsor, Larry Smith. The Rookie Beef Reserve Chairman, Larry Smith. Junior Beef Showman, Farm Equipment Services of Mid-America. The Junior Reserve Beef Showman, Fair Springs Cattle and Clydesdale. Intermediate Beef Showman, the McClure family, Tanya, Kate, and Danny. The Intermediate Reserve Beef Chairman, Hag Ford. Senior Beef Showman, Roz and Andy Cutter family, and the Senior Beef Reserve Showman, Fair Springs Cattle and Clydesdale. Thanks to all of our sponsors. Thanks for everybody for coming out this evening. Don't forget about our big sale tomorrow night. Thanks again.
Where do you wear it?
They get chairs all around. He's sitting. Way back. Buys another man. Bobbles all the way back. I thought, why don't you sit over here? Because we buy a lot of it.
And the thing was, years ago, him and Matt.
Oh, thanks, Garrett. Appreciate it. Take care. Great job. Thanks.
This set of cattle. Beautiful evening for it.
What's that?
Beautiful evening.
Oh, it is.
Cool.
Perfect.
Oh,
Perfect.
that's a better word for a cattle show.
It's rare.
These July fairs, your wife will sweat off the
Oh,
brow.
yeah.
And the cattle are hot to start with, foaming in mouth.
Maybe a little better when it's cool out. Cattle bar.
We split it up.
Brandon. They won here last night. First tomorrow. Yeah, go home.
Take care of everything. Yeah. Take care of it back there. All right. See you later.
Professional criticism, you know.
What time tomorrow night?
Are you coming to eat? I'm still sounding like she's gonna come eat. Alright. Can I just sit in your pen if I don't want to see the auction? Like, we can do kind of announcing from our pen.
So we come down about 4 to 5.
Workshop.
It's like 3:30 to 6:30.
I'll be here all day.
Not I. I have a appointment at a bar with all my high school buddies tomorrow, yeah.
Oh, that sounds dangerous.
I know, and I've got to limit myself to one beer. That's going to be a challenge for this year, and it's all the way Tri-County Mall area. Yeah, but
I'm gonna roll into the auction.
yeah,
Hounds, give me a sandwich.
yeah.
I'll give you another beer.